and it is 12:15. Good noontime and welcome to Rotary, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. We've got a great show for you today. And Jan, would you be so kind as to bring us to order, please? Jan, I think we're having trouble hearing you. At least I'm having trouble hearing you. My goodness. Can anybody else hear Jan? Oh, my goodness. Okay, you're not muted. And I know we heard from you earlier.
While you're trying to do that, please don't forget to start your recording too.
Already did that 30 minutes ago. Thank you, Crystal. That's our usual time to start, right in the middle of our prayer. That's right. And so, Jan, if you're still having trouble, you can try logging out and logging back in. That's okay. I think we will be able to work around this. Danny, would you feel comfortable leading us in prayer today?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather today. We come today humble. Help us get through this terrible illness, this disease that is affecting so many people. Pray that we have a successful Rotary meeting, and we pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Danny, for that. And Jan is back. Can we hear you yet?
Test. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Wonderful. Welcome back. Well,
thank you.
Worry not.
Thank you, Danny, for stepping in.
Danny took over for you. Would you like to take his place and lead us in pledge then?
I'll do that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. And Maria and Steve, are you still with us today?
Yes.
Would you both like to lead us in song this morning?
Okay, did we want rap style or regular style?
Yes, we'd like it all.
Okay, better not do that one. All right. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is known on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. Woohoo!
Yay, thanks so much. Fantastic duo. All right. Let's see here. We have many guests with us today, but I'm not. Oh, you know what? We do have one guest that is not a speaker. We have several guests. And let's start with Lucy. Lucy is a returning guest, and she has been proposed for membership. Say hello, Lucy.
Hi everyone.
And welcome back. Another guest with us that's been proposed for membership is Christine. Say hello, Christine.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And I think all of our other guests are speakers today, so we'll get to them in just one. Oh, yes, Jan. You're on mute. Jan, you're on mute.
Technical difficulties. My husband Hal is here because he's interested to hear the speakers.
Hello, Hal.
Yo, Justin.
Glad everybody's here today. And I know that we have at least one visiting Rotarian, and that is Ellison Kreider. And he has an announcement for us in just 1 minute. And so we won't yet steal his thunder away.
Hey, everybody. I'll wait, Justin. I'll wait.
Okie dokie. Edge of our seats. Okay, we don't have any birthdays this week, but we do have a wedding anniversary. So if you see Lori or Colby out around town, do wish them a happy wedding anniversary this weekend. And we have a few Rotary birthdays today. Dawn turned a Rotary 4 and is now a 4 years and 4 days or 2 days old. That was this past Sunday. So wish Dawn a happy 4-year-old birthday. And Maria and Steve are both with us, and they turn a Rotary 3 this weekend. Happy Rotary birthday, Maria and Steve. All right. We expect cake.
Thank you.
We have a couple of announcements today, and leading our announcements is IPDG Ellison Kreider, and I bet his first thing to explain is what IPDG means. Take it away,
That's
Ellison.
right, Justin. Thank you very much. This is an exciting meeting. It's probably one of the liveliest online meetings I've been to, I'll tell you that much. Not too surprising with Justin in charge. But no, the reason I'm here today, y'all, is I wanted to congratulate the club and your Kingsville club on a couple of fronts as representing the district. Now, going back to what he said about what does IPDG mean? That means immediate past district governor. So that means that I was the district governor last year, and believe it or not, that is an official title in Rotary. So, but that's what I am right now. And it feels good to be PDG and not DG, especially in this environment, let me tell you. But we got through it last year, and y'all really helped us with that. And one of the ways that we got through our dilemma last year with our district conference, which we had planned to have in Corpus Christi, and we, of course, had to cancel it. It was going to happen in May. And so Justin was our district conference co-chair, and we ended up taking the whole thing online. It was very successful. We had great participation, and it was really wonderful. So I'm going to give this to you in person, Justin, hopefully in the next week or so. But thank you very much. This is a plaque that Justin's going to get, thanking him for his service as the district conference co-chair. Now, we were also supposed to have an international convention in Hawaii, right, Jay Dean? And Jay Dean had agreed to be our international conference co-chair, or promoter rather, and he did a great job, and with a great assist from Justin in several cases. And so I've got a plaque for you as well, Jay Dean, thanking you for your service there. So thank you very much.
It was a pleasure, Ellison. And for any of our guests that want to see me in Justin's hula performance,
yeah,
they can get onto the Kingsville Rotary YouTube site.
Yes, exactly. Great performance.
And Ellison, Ruth just stepped in.
I saw that. Good timing. One for the history books, that performance that Jay Dean was talking about. And then I'm going to have another plaque to present to Charles Clements for being your assistant district governor last year. And I don't believe Charles is here, but He was very effective and really helped me in a lot of ways as your assistant governor. And he's continuing that this year, by the way. So anyway, you all are to be commended to be so involved in our district, and Justin also continues to be involved, as well as Jay Dean. Jay Dean on the membership committee, Justin with Public Image and Rotary Leadership Institute, among other things, I'm sure. So anyway, thank you all so much. It makes the job of the district governor a lot easier when you got good people to step in and help you. So anyway, thank you very much. But the last thing I want to do is I want to recognize the club as a whole. And the reason I was asking if Ruth, now I don't see, oh, there's Ruth. Okay. Hi, Ruth. The reason I was asking about Ruth is, as your president last year, Ruth led you guys into a couple, well, actually 3 awards. Have y'all shown the Rotary citation yet? Have you done that? I'm sorry, I did not actually pull it up, but Ruth, you should have got an email with a link actually to the citation. And I don't remember oh, there you go, right? Hold it up to the camera there. Is that platinum, or I can't see what the...
Yes, it is platinum.
All right, well, that is the highest level of Rotary citation that you can get. And again, that's all, well, not all do, but in a lot of ways, Ruth led your effort there. So thank you on that. We also had a district every year. I'm sure if y'all were there when I visited your club, I talked about our district theme last year, which was rooted in service, which your club has a long history of being rooted in service. And so we had a couple of awards at the district level that you could qualify for, and y'all qualified for both of those as well. So you qualified for the Rooted in Service Award. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there somewhere. So, and again, I'm going to get all of these to Justin, and y'all can, next in-person meeting, you can show them to everybody. And then this is the highest award. It's the Rooted in Service Exemplary Award for basically going above and beyond. And y'all certainly did that. So you all owe yourselves a round of applause for having a great year last year. And yeah, and I'm sure it seems like you're off to a good year this year. And with Justin as your leader, I don't think there's any doubt you're going to be raking in the awards this year. So that's all I had. Thank y'all for everything.
Well, thank you, Governor, so much for stopping in, and thanks for bringing in so much hardware for us to show off.
Yeah.
We certainly do love the hardware.
You bet.
So that was immediate past District Governor Ellison Kreider. Thank you, Ellison, for stopping in. Do we have any more happy dollar announcements? I think I need to put in a $5 for that one. Any happy dollars? Looking around. Okay, seeing none. Let's see, Charles isn't here right now, but we have a quick foundation update. Have you ever wondered how you might be able to give to the Rotary Foundation? If you have ever wondered how you can give to the Rotary Foundation, well, goodness, we've made it easy. If you log into your My Rotary account, go to Foundation, go to Give. It brings you to the Donate page. Not only can you donate directly to the annual fund, or the polio fund, or the world fund, or the disaster response fund, You can also donate directly to one of the old 6 areas of focus: peace building, disease, water, maternal health, education, community development. Pop quiz, what is our new 7th area of focus? That's right, the environment. We now have 7 areas of focus, and you can give directly to those. You can also give in someone's memory or honor. That's pretty neat. You can also give on behalf of the club or another member. Maybe Leo bought you lunch one day and you want to pay him back. You can make a donation directly in someone else's name. How neat is that? Thanks so much for your questions on how you can further give to the Rotary Foundation. That wraps up our Foundation Minute. We want to recap our in-person hybrid meetings. That we had our very first in-person hybrid meeting this past Tuesday at the Cherry Tree Restaurant. It went fantastically well, and we're gonna do it again. For now, we will be planning on monthly in-person meetings on the last Tuesday. More information on that coming up soon. We have another prospective member, Christine. Yay, Christine. She's been read by the board and has passed and is now in her first public meeting or public reading. She is the assistant director of the veterinary technology program on the university, and she was proposed by me. So we look forward to bringing Christine on in. And for everyone else, there is a new member orientation. Details coming soon. And now on to our featured program. We have local candidates here. And Leo, if you would like to unmute yourself and introduce our panelists. And don't forget, if you have questions for our candidates, throw those into the chat box. Thanks so much.
Okay, you ready for me?
Yes, Leo, we can hear you just fine. Take it away, sir.
Okay, thank you all for having us. We're the Claiborne County Democratic Party. With us today, I have invited Danny Peña. He's a countywide candidate for sheriff. Also, Susan De Leon. She's also a countywide candidate for the tax assessor collector. And also with us is Arturo Arti de la Rosa. He is a candidate for Commissioner Precinct 3. I have also invited Stephanie Garza, our county clerk. Stephanie runs our elections, and it's really important. If you have questions, she's here with us. And also one of our Democratic precinct chairs and Rotarian, Norma Alvarez. She is a candidate also on the ballot, but she is a nonpartisan candidate running for city commissioner. So I guess I'll introduce the first one. I'm going to say Danny Peña, if you want to start off, our candidate for sheriff.
Hello, everybody. I think most of y'all know me by now. I'm Danny Peña, running for Claiborne County Sheriff. It took a lot of thought and prayer on this, deciding if I was going to run or not. But I have 32 years of law enforcement experience with the Highway Patrol. I was a supervisor for 22 years, supervising troopers that went on to promote into the Highway Patrol service as captains, lieutenants, majors in the criminal law enforcement division. My son is a captain now with DPS in the criminal law enforcement division. I have people that I mentored, guided, are Texas Rangers or investigators. I spent 2 years at the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office as the chief deputy. I prided myself in working very, very hard and making sure that the department succeeded. I would visit the back of the jail and visit with them on a daily basis, everybody that worked there in the jail, making sure things were running right. I believe in a chain of command. Where I came from DPS, and that was very, very important, a structure in the chain of command. I live in the county, and I believe that it's very important for the deputy sheriffs to go back to becoming deputy sheriffs, to patrol our county roadways, to make sure that people who live in rural county, Claiborne County, feel safe, their property and their person. It is very important that we work together with Kingsville PD, work with DPS, work with Border Patrol, work with everybody and working together. When I left the Sheriff's Department, within 6 months of my departure, the jail failed its inspection for the first time in numerous years. Under my watch, I will not allow that to happen. I would work very, very hard to make sure that a surprise jail inspection, we should be ready to pass it every day, not just when they're coming in. Like, it was a surprise, but every day should be a surprise. We should be ready to pass. And just like our deputies, they need to be trained. We need to spend more money on our employees, on getting them better trained. I hope people have questions. If they go on to another candidate and somebody has a question, I'll gladly answer it later. Or Justin, if somebody has a question now, I'll gladly answer their question. Hopefully I'm not muted.
No, we were able to read your lips just fine. Thanks, Danny. And we don't have any questions in the chat box yet, but I expect those to be coming in soon. So thanks so much for that. And Leo, there was a little chatter in your background. I had to mute you. So if you'd like to unmute and then get on with it. Thank you, Danny, so much.
Thank you, Danny. Our next countywide candidate is Susan De Leon. Susan has been is the candidate with the most experience running for that office. So Susan, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Susan De Leon.
And Susan, I'm so sorry. Susan, make sure to unmute yourself. We're only hearing you through Leo's mic.
Dot. And then the very first dot on the left.
Done speaking. Okay.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay. Hello, my name is Susan De Leon, and thank you for allowing me to come into your home or office in this manner. This election of tax assessor collector is very important to all citizens of Claiborne County. It is an honor to be seeking the position of the tax assessor collector of Claiborne County. The office of tax collector is a vital position. Some of the duties of tax collectors are to assess and collect for the county all taxes imposed on properties within the county. It is designated by statute as an agent for the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles for collections of motor vehicle registrations and titling services and fees. It is designated agent for the Texas State Controller and the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission for the collection of motor vehicles, sales tax, and issuing temporary beer and wine retailers permits. With all the mentioned duties, it is vital that the tax collector have experience to continue serving the taxpayers of Claiborne County. With my 23 years of experience as a deputy tax assessor collector, under the great leadership of the current tax assessor collector, Melissa De La Garza, I pledge to continue to move the tax office forward and continue to provide the best customer service for the citizens of Claiborne County. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions about our office?
Thanks so much, Susan. We don't have any questions in the chat box yet, but as soon as we have something directed toward you, we will certainly let you know. Thank you, Susan, for that. And Leo, back to you, sir.
Yes, sir. I want to be able to mention that these two candidates that have spoken, both Danny and Susan together, have over 50 years of experience in the positions that they're running for. So when you go to the polls, please remember that's extremely important in these two positions. Our next speaker will be candidate Arturo Artie de la Rosa. He's running for Precinct 3 Commissioner. Take it away, Artie.
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
My name's Arturo Artie de la Rosa, and I put Artie because I've coached for many years here at the school, and everybody knew me as Coach Artie. But my name's Arturo de la Rosa. I am from Rivera. I've been here in Rivera for 65 years. I graduated from high school here in Rivera. I started A&I, but I finished as a Texas A&M Kingsville. And I decided to run for commissioner, a Democratic candidate for commissioner precinct 3. I want what's best for the community of precinct 3. Yes, there's a lot of things that need to be done, but you got to take it one step at a time. I want to evaluate the precinct, work with where I need to start, and where am I going to get to. My goal is to bring a little pride into this precinct and make it better. I know that it's going to be tough. I know that I can't change it in a year. I can't change it in 3 years. I can't change it in 4 years. But I'm going to give it everything I got. I'm going to work as hard as I can to get there. I'm not going to promise anything. I will never promise anything that I cannot accomplish. But I will promise you one thing, that I will work my tail off for precinct 3. I teach I retired 3 years ago. I do part-time teaching right now. And my situation has always been with the kids. You work hard and good things will happen. And I'm gonna tell the community, the community of precinct 3, I will work hard for precinct 3 and good things will happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Artie, for that. We don't have any questions for you yet in the chat box, but as soon as we do, we will let you know about that.
Sounds good, sir.
And Leo, we do have a question now for Susan, if you are entertaining those, or would you prefer to wait?
Let's wait until the end. So the last speaker is coming up. Then I'm gonna give Norma my phone because she's having difficulties. So let's see. Here comes Norma. She is a candidate for commissioner, city commissioner.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we sure can.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Norma Nelda Alvarez, and I've lived in Kingsville over 49 years. And I have 40 years of community experience service. Those 40, probably 30 of those, I've already been in politics. I was a former city commissioner, mayor pro tem back 20 years ago. And then I was county commissioner for 2 terms, for 8 years. And I love working in the community. I love getting involved. I was always involved, even though I was working with the school district. I retired after 46 years. And I find myself with, of course, no kids, no grandkids. So I want to go back and continue to serve the community, help the city of Kingsville, and see how we can make Kingsville better. We have problems with our streets. We have some water line issues. And mainly I want to see about bringing more businesses into Kingsville industry. So I really would appreciate y'all considering voting for me. I'm the second one on the ballot. And of course, like Leo said, we don't run as Democrats or Republicans, the city or the school district. But anyway, I appreciate all of you considering, and thank you so much for this time.
Thank you, Norma, for that.
Thank you, Norma. Let's see. The thing is that I want to have Stephanie Garza, our county clerk, speak, but let's take the questions first, and then we can go into Stephanie so she can tell us some basic information about the elections, about early voting, election day, and so forth. So where is the question for Susan?
Sure thing, Leo. Thanks so much. And so, Susan, if you would like to unmute yourself, we have a couple of questions for you. The first one is, how long have you been with the collector's office, did you say?
I have been there 23 years. working with Melissa De La Garza at her side, and I've learned so much working with her.
Thank you so much. And also, what improvements in the tax office would you like to see?
I would like to see more customer service because that is the most important to me. Helping the customers that come into our office, and if they have any problems at all, we can come into my office. I'll have an open office policy to come in and let's talk about any problems that you might have, any questions you might have. So there is a lot that I would like to do in this office.
Great. Thank you, Susan. And Artie, we have one for you. What is the one thing you would like to see changed in Precinct 3?
There's a lot of things that need to be changed in Precinct 3. I'll tell you the way I want to handle it is, and I've done it already. I've been driving all over the place because I want to evaluate the precinct. You look at where is the most needed work on, and you bring it down the line where you're gonna, it's like a cycle going from one place to another, but by the time you know it, you're probably gonna come back where you started and finish up as much as you can. You can't, I wanna make sure that everybody knows, I want everybody to know that I am not a commissioner for Rivera. I am a commissioner for Precinct 3. I wanna be a commissioner for Precinct 3. I don't wanna be a commissioner just for Rivera because I'm from Rivera. I wanna look at the whole Precinct 3. And then I gotta make sure that I evaluate where it's needed the most and then start from there. And as you fix that, you go to another one and then to another one. It's like I said, at the end, you're probably gonna have to come where you started and try to finish more than what you, I don't think you can finish everything in one time, but you can start and you can improve as you go along.
All right. Thanks so much for that. And Stephanie, we have a question for you, but I think we'll wait until after you speak with us first. That's all I
Okay.
have, Leo, so take it away.
I'm up, I guess. Okay.
Yes,
Let me say thank you. Thank you for everyone for taking the time. And I'll try to be brief as I can so that I can answer questions if anyone has any questions. It's a very busy season. I've been with the county clerk's office a little over 20 years, 6 years as county clerk. It is the biggest election that I have worked, this election here. Due to the pandemic, some polling locations have changed because of social distancing. I had to try to work with the schools and try to see if I can get some bigger space for the voting area. One of the places that has changed is precinct 12. You would go and vote at the Commissioner of Precinct 1, David Rossi's building. That is going to be now moved to H.M. Keene High. And we're going to be using the gym that is on the left side of the school by the softball field. We will have a lot of signs to show where the voting is going to take place. Because of the pandemic, we've got to make sure that the voting area, the booths are going to be 6 feet apart. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And other polling places that have changed would be Precinct 14, the Law Enforcement Center is now going to be held at Harvey Elementary. Precinct 22, which is County Precinct Building 2, is going to be changed to Henrietta Memorial down on 6th Street. St. Paul's AME Church, we are going to be using Memorial Middle School, and that's going to be the gym. And Precinct 41, which is election day is held at County Precinct 4 building. That is going to be held now at the Human Services building that is on Santa Gertrudis. There will be postings outside of the prior polling locations to let the voters know where they're going to be voting. The deadline to applications for a ballot by mail. Let me go through that really quick. A person can vote by mail with 4 different qualifications. One is 65 and over, disabled, out of the county during early voting and election day, and confinement. We have over 1,300 requests for ballot by mail so far. That is a lot of mail ballots. We've sent out mail ballots, we've received ballots. There's a process that has to be done. There is a holiday, October the 12th for the county. So the last day to walk in an application for a ballot by mail is this coming Friday the 9th. But we are still able to receive an application for a ballot by mail up until October the 23rd. That is received, not postmarked, okay? So you still have time to request a ballot by mail if you wish to vote by mail. You may hand deliver your ballot once you've voted your ballot. You bring it here to the clerk's office. We will ask for an ID and you will sign a roster. If you're unable to get out of your car, you cannot walk up the stairs or do the ramp, call us. We will go to you, okay? A lot of people do feel more comfortable delivering their ballot hand delivery, and that is fine. That's an option. If not, you may put your ballot in the mail, and we will receive it. You can follow through and ask to see, you know, if we received your ballot, but it has to be you yourself that you're looking into. The hand delivery, we have not had any problems. The door of the office is closed. The reason being, I opened it yesterday and we had a lot of congestion of people coming in and out of the office. And at this point, I have to make sure that my staff is healthy and ready to go for the next few weeks, several weeks. We have 4 weeks, 3 weeks of early voting plus election day. So I went ahead and we closed the door, but you're still able to do business. All you do is knock on the door and we will help you with anything that you need, including the delivery of a ballot by mail. I am looking still for judges and clerks. The party chairs are helping me secure the judges and clerks for the polling locations. There are a lot of experienced judges that did not want to work right now due to the pandemic. But then on the other hand, I do have a lot of people who have reached out and wanted to work the election. So I appreciate anybody that wants to work the election. Other than that, I try to keep it brief. If y'all have any questions, by all means, let me see if I can answer them.
Great, thanks so much, Stephanie. And so one of those is we included a link to the county website in our bulletin that went out today. What can we expect for Election Day?
Election Day is going to be very busy. The Election Day, you're going to have the spacing for the 6 feet for the booth. There is going to be hand sanitizer offered to the voters as they come in. Masks are not required, but are highly recommended. There is going to be curbside voting, which is a person will call the office and say that they're here to vote. We in turn will call the judge and let them know that there is a voter outside that wishes to do curbside voting. Curbside voting, we go to you. You don't have to go into the polling location. That is going to be up to you.
Thanks so much. And when and where is early voting?
Early voting is still at the same location, 720 East King, which is the south side of the courthouse. And if you've noticed, the early voting annex office has been added to. There's an extension to it so that we can practice social distancing. The building will be done by Friday. And my goal is to have voters come in through one door and exit the other door so that the congestion of people won't be there and it'll be hopefully a little easier.
And will curbside voting be available at all locations?
Yes, sir. Early voting and election day.
Fantastic. And Danny, we have one for you if you can answer it in 45 seconds. Do you have any particular improvements or changes that you have in mind to help keep Kingsville safe?
To help Kingsville safe is working together with KPD. I took pride in working with Chief Torres when I was a Howard Road Sergeant, working with the Botrol chiefs, working together, me going to their offices, not them coming to me, and do this on a quarterly basis or as often as possible to make sure that all kids feel safe in all schools, not just inside Kingsville, but the Ricardo and Rivera schools. But I want to add something about the character of Coach De La Rosa. This past weekend, he had plans to campaign and go out and shake hands and meet some more people. A family lost their home, their entire house burnt down. The man lost his wife 3 years ago. He lost everything, her memories, everything was gone in a fire. Artie had a benefit barbecue for her, pulled a team together and worked and raised almost $7,000 for that family. That just says the character about Artie. He put his campaign on hold to help that family in need.
Thank you, Danny, and thank you, Artie. Stephanie, one last thing. When is early voting?
Early voting is from October the 13th through October the 30th. So there's 3 weeks of early voting. October the 13th through the 17th, and that's a Saturday. It'll be from 8 to 5 every day. Then the second week will be October the 19th through October the 24th. That as well will be 8 to 5. That includes that Saturday. The last week of early voting, it'll be October the 26th and 27th. We will have early voting from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then October the 28th, 29th, and 30th will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then, of course, Election Day, November the 3rd, and it's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at your location.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for the information. I'm sure if folks still have some questions, then maybe you can hang around for 5 minutes after the meeting.
Yes, sir.
We do have, and thank you for all of our candidates for giving us some great information today. We really appreciate you showing some interest in our club members. We do have a few things on the calendar upcoming soon. Information is on the website. And does anybody else have anything for the good of Rotary today? Seeing none, it is time for us to go to our weekly and quarterly Paul Harris drawing winners. We will start with quarterly that ended on September 30. We have 11 participating pairs, and drum roll please. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pair 4, Danny and Brian. Thanks so much, Danny and Brian, for playing there. That was the quarterly Paul Harris drawing. Let's go to our weekly Paul Harris drawing for the brand new quarter. And we had a full slate this week. We're in between our two pairs, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pair 2, me and Jackie. Yay, Jackie. All right. Congratulations. Woohoo. Fanfare. Okie dokie. And if you will now please join me in the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Okay. Oh.
I know that there are still some unanswered questions from the chat box, and so if anybody wants to stick around for them, then I'll leave the meeting open for a little while. Otherwise, I will